We got another tragic stories, man. Another last terrifying moments. Let's go ahead and get into it. I don't think I know who this dude is, but I might know him. You feel me? If I have a good look at him. Um, I ain't gonna lie to you, like I know, but you know what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and get into the video, man. How's y'all Wednesday going so far? Happy first of the month too.
Grad on March 11, 1989, to the renowned figure skaters Irina Karina and Viktor Yelchin. Faced with increasing anti-Semitism and the collapse of the Soviet Union, Viktor and Irina made the life-changing decision to emigrate to Los Angeles with six-month-old Anton, hoping to provide a
Anton.
brighter future for their son. Upon their arrival in Los Angeles, Victor and Irina shared their journey with the Los Angeles Times, and Irina told the reporter about a woman on the street who had seen baby Anton in his stroller and told her, "He's beautiful, he will be in it."
We'll track the price of your flight so you can decide where
Damn,
to
that
book.
fast? The video just started.
TikTok Shop is a revolutionary
God
e-commerce
damn.
platform that allows your business to level up and maximize your
Actor. And without her knowing, these words would soon become a reality. Although young Anton was naturally shy around people, he came alive when creating and telling stories. When he was a kid, his favorite movie was Space Jam. In fact, he loved it.
I ain't gonna lie, some actors, bro, I know them from other movies. So certainly, if I didn't grow up on them, I don't know their name. Like most of these new actors, they do a good job though, but I don't be knowing their name. That's not gonna lie to you. But I know I probably know him if I see him in some that I watched or liked before.
So much that he used reenact all the cool scenes in his room with his big Bugs Bunny toy. It was like his own private movie set. And that was just the start of his journey into the world of storytelling. A family friend saw something special in him and suggested acting classes with kids his age. But for the first 6 months, 8-year-old Anton was so shy that he kept his gaze fixed on his own feet. However, as he built self-imagination and self-esteem, the results were remarkable. It took time, but those acting classes not only shattered his shyness, but also equipped him with the tools to lay the foundations of his creative career. That's when his acting coach suggested that Anton would start going to auditions. Despite his mother's full time job, she dedicated herself to supporting Anton's passion, making it a priority to bring him to auditions after completing her workday. After completing 7 commercials and television appearances, Anton expressed to his parents that this wasn't quite what he had expected. And in response, his parents decided to introduce him to classic cinema. Around the age of 11, they
Classic
began showing him
cinema.
what they thought were the good movies, so Anton wouldn't keep thinking his favorite movie, Space Jam, was the peak of American cinema. They
Facts.
introduced him to cinematic gems like Taxi Driver,
Facts.
Mean Streets, and Raging Bull.
Facts.
And after watching those,
Good
Anton
movies.
started to already pick
Good
out the great
motherfucking
ones
movies.
himself. He started to study movies and took notes for
Robert
hours
De
and
Niro.
hours. Anton was always observing people and their behavior, incorporating these insights into his acting. Almost immediately following his debut in the low-budget movie A Man is Mostly Water in 2000, Anton had a profound realization. He had found what he wanted to do.
I ain't never seen that movie, guy. I ain't gonna lie. And I watch old movies like that, like an Element movie, but I ain't never seen that movie, bro.
And soon, he had the incredible opportunity to act alongside legendary figures in the film industry like Albert Finney, Morgan Freeman, and Anthony Hopkins. And that was not it. Anton's portrayal in the 2001 movie Hearts in Atlantis was so impactful that he earned a prestigious Young Artist Award for the best performance in a
I
feature
never
film.
seen that either.
As Anton's career soared,
My
so
bad,
did the
y'all.
challenges of maintaining privacy in the digital age, a concern that many of us share today. Are you tired of constantly receiving spam phone calls to the point where you don't even answer your phone anymore? With Aura, the sponsor of Identity at Aura, do the heart being safeguarded.
Make sure
2 week
y'all go
free trial,
download
the
that.
hardest working young actor he played, and filling the margins of his scripts. He filled notebook after notebook with poetry, film criticism, and philosophy. This was his way of keeping a record of his artistic growth. This dedication served him well as he entered his teenage years and appeared in various indie films. Friends often attributed his dedication to what they called an immigrant mentality, a relentless work ethic, where he would always strive for more instead of sit down and rest.
Facts.
One time, he had to do this scene in
Justin
Alpha
Timberlake?
Dog when he had to get really drunk. Uncertain about how to approach it, he confided in his mother, expressing his concern as he had never been drunk before. In response, his mother wisely advised that he didn't need to get drunk to convincingly act like someone who was. However, driven by his commitment to authentic portrayals, Anton decided to push his boundaries. To understand the feeling better, he went to his parents' liquor cabinet and took 3 shots of tequila. In a unique and dedicated approach to his craft, he even filmed himself during this experience to better understand the nuances of intoxication.
It's time to select.
Well, when that drink get a hold of you, but that shit come a devil. Not gonna even lie to you. Damn sure you never drunk before, and then you like it.
But while Anton's work was
Damn, oh yeah, I know that's Star Wars, ain't it? I know
all
I'm
excellent, he will undoubtedly be remembered for his most iconic part in J.J. Abrams' Star Trek 2009 reboot.
Star Wars.
In this movie, he played
same motherfucking thing. But have y'all ever seen Snowfall? Right, the last season, bro. Franklin has never drunk or smoked in the whole series, but all that shit he was going through, he went to that bar. He had got him a shot, and he tasted that first shot. You seen the look on his face? He fell in love with that shit. It's kind of a hard addiction. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather smoke than goddamn.
Pavel Chekhov, a Russian whiz kid who fulfilled a number of duties throughout his Starfleet career. Now here's the twist. Nailing a Russian accent for the role wasn't a walk in the park for Anton. Dismissing his mother's accent as not real enough, he remained committed to authenticity, seeking guidance from a more fitting source, his own grandfather. This significant role not only catapulted him into a wide international audience, but also rapidly expanded his career due to his immediate likability in the part. The youthful, funny, kind, and quick Pavel Chekhov was, in many ways, a reflection of Anton.
I'd have seen him somewhere else, bro. I ain't gonna count. I'd have seen this motherfucker somewhere else.
But behind that youthful, infectious smile and natural gift for bringing comic relief into any room, Anton concealed a deep secret. Anton was born with cystic fibrosis, CF, a rare genetic disorder that causes a buildup of mucus in the lungs and other vital organs.
Oh, shit.
His parents, aware of the life expectancy for those with CF, which ranged from 35 to 40 years at that time, chose to shield Anton from the harsh reality until he almost reached adulthood. His mother, fearing it might limit him too much, kept the truth hidden. Anton remained blissfully unaware of the true nature and danger of the disease until the age of 17. It was then that his mother had to reveal the reality and had to tell him that he couldn't be at parties where people smoked. After receiving the news from his parents, Anton chose to keep it to himself and not tell anyone. Instead, he dedicated himself to stay healthy. This involved taking his medication, trying alternative remedies, and prioritizing physical activity. After an exhausting day on set, he would wake up bright and early because he had to do his breathing exercises 2 hours before his day began. Numerous times a day, he had to be hooked up to a breathing machine and had to pounce against his lungs and had to cough up mucus. Afterwards, he would step outside, put on a smile, and did his thing. But as he was getting older, he got more worried about his illness. Anton decided it was time to break the silence, informing his parents that he was no longer willing to keep his condition a secret. Despite the challenges, he had accomplished so much to be proud of. He completed 69 film and TV projects by the age of 27 without ever missing a single day of work. And in 2016,
he was in Terminator. I knew I wasn't goddamn tripping. I knew I wasn't tripping, bro.
He started preparations for his directorial debut, Travis, from a screenplay he had written himself. The title was a nod to the principal character of Taxi Driver. Yes, one of the first movies his parents showed him when he decided he wanted to be an actor. Excitement filled him as he looked forward to producing and directing the movie. But just as he was on his way to realize this dream, tragedy struck. And against all odds, it wasn't his life-threatening disease that would ultimately lead to his tragic death. Shit. On June 18th, 2016, Anton's friends were waiting for him for a rehearsal. But as time passed without him showing up, they couldn't shake off a growing sense of concern. To uncover the mystery, They went to Anton's San Fernando Valley home, a place where they had witnessed countless moments of laughter and creativity. An air of unease lingered as they approached the residence, hoping to find their friend unharmed, perhaps caught up in a delay or unforeseen circumstance. Approaching the driveway, the mood shifted from concern to a numbing realization.
Oh shit.
There, in the fading light, was an image that would haunt them forever. Anton's lifeless body, their talented friend, pinned between the sturdy frame of his 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee and a brick mailbox next to his security fence. It was a scene that defied understanding, a tragedy unfolding in a script that no one had written. It is believed that Anton briefly exited his SUV, possibly to check his mail before heading to the rehearsal. In a cruel twist of fate, an assumption turned fatal. The Jeep, perceived to be in park, was in reality in neutral. Tragically, the SUV began rolling down the steep driveway, striking Anton and trapping him between the car, a pillar, and a security fence.
Damn.
It is believed that Anton succumbed to blunt traumatic asphyxia almost immediately. However, his body remained undiscovered for hours until his concerned friends arrived to check on him. The Los Angeles County
R.I.P.,
Coroner's
man.
Office confirmed that there were no obvious suspicious circumstances involved. After his death, a representative for the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office shared that Anton likely didn't suffer long before he died, and most likely died within a minute or so. Anton died at the age of 27.
Damn.
Later investigations revealed that the vehicle had been subject to a recall by the manufacturer, Fiat Chrysler Automotive.
Come on, man. We ain't got that long.
Safe on travel.
Hey. Hey, I gotta watch it when y'all get out the car, man. Put them cars in park. For real. Can't trust no motherfucking car they got now.
The recall, issued in April 2016, 2 months before Anton's tragic passing, involved more than 1.1 million
Jeep
vehicles
Cherokee.
due to a rollaway risk after intended transmission shifts to the park gear. Anton had received a written notice of the recall a week before the fatal accident. At the time of his death, the rollaway issue had been associated with at least 68 injuries, 266
Damn.
crashes, and 308 reports of property damage.
What the fuck?
All drivers complained that they mistakenly exited vehicles with the engine running, falsely believing the vehicle was in park. In August 2016, Victor and Irina Yelchin, Anton's grieving parents, took a stand against Fiat Chrysler, filing a wrongful death lawsuit. They contended that flaws in the design of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, specifically issues with the gear selector, were responsible for the tragic death of their son. The defective mechanism, they claimed, led to the unintended
I don't think I never drove. Have I ever drove a Jeep Cherokee? I don't think so. No, I drove a Durango, but I ain't gonna cap, but I don't be trusting them new. Swear to God, bro. Yeah, I don't be trusting them cars for real.
back of Anton's car, sealing his fate. Fast forward to 2018, almost 2 years after the legal battle began, the Yelchins reached a confidential settlement with Fiat Chrysler. While the exact financial terms remain undisclosed, the outcome strongly suggests that Fiat Chrysler, the manufacturer of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, paid a significant amount of money to make the case go away.
Damn.
The Yelchin family decided that a portion of the settlement would be directed towards the Anton Yelchin Foundation. This foundation, established to honor Anton's memory, focuses on providing support to young individuals in the creative arts who are grappling with debilitating diseases or disabilities. Anton's parents donated $1 million to the adult care clinic at the USC Center for Cystic Fibrosis. The staff at the Cystic Fibrosis Clinic was like a family to Anton. Additionally, the settlement funds contributed to the production of a documentary chronicling Anton's life, Love, Antosha, a poignant tribute to the talented actor, which featured some of his former co-stars such as Chris Pine, Kristen Stewart, Jennifer Lawrence, and Zoe Saldana, remembering Anton. In the aftermath of Anton's death, tributes flooded in, praising his charm and charisma, and mourning the loss of such a talent so young. The producers of Star Trek made the decision not to recast the role of Pavel Chekhov and committed to writing the character out of any upcoming Star Trek films. The third Star Trek rebooted film he starred in was released 1 month after his tragic death.
Damn.
Star Trek director and producer J.J. Abrams shared in an interview, "Anton was our little brother, but only by years. He was as wise and clever and intellectually curious as anyone we ever knew. His laugh was preposterous. You couldn't hear it and not laugh yourself. He was funny, edgy, wild, and talented beyond measure. His focus and dedication was admirable, as was his love of family, friends, literature, and music.
Man, make sure I give you a thumbs up, man. R.I.P. Man, he died so young. Damn, he on a couple ages for me. I ain't gonna lie. Make sure y'all put y'all cards in park, man. Alton, man, died in the worst way you can think of. I ain't gonna lie. That being said, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Go to the original video, show love. You know what I'm saying? Say social react. You know what I'm saying? Social react to this. See you when I see y'all. Let's ride, nigga.